What's up, everybody? So today I have two just epic cards that I can't wait to show you guys. Super excited. About 4 months ago, I picked up this card, the 63 Topps Mickey Mantle. I was at a show with Vince in White Plains, New York, and picked this beauty up. And then ever since then, I've been sort of, doing my best to save, but all of that came to a screeching halt in terms of saving when I picked up these two epic cards like back to back about a week or two ago. And anyway, without further ado, here's the first card. Oh man, it's awesome! Finally have it. The 1958 Topps Jimmy Brown. This is Jimmy Brown was a guy that growing up, my dad always said was the best football player ever. And you could definitely argue that he is the greatest football player, the best running back ever, the best football player ever. The cool thing about Jim Brown is that he's also in like the GOAT conversation of just greatest athletes of all time. He was in college. I think he lettered in football and basketball. I think his best sport was actually lacrosse. And in fact, the Yankees were interested in getting Jim Brown, but I guess the thing that holds him back is that he retired when he was only 29 years old. So some of his records could have been more extraordinary had he kept playing. But when he finished his career, despite retiring at 29, he had over 12,000 rushing yards, 106 touchdowns. And when he retired, he led in all of those categories. And he's the only player ever to have 100 rush yards per game over his career. So pretty awesome. Finally got it. Now, this is, I thought, a really, really nice example. Here is the back. The colors on it are fantastic. The things that you look for, obviously the big thing that maybe holds this card back is the centering. Left to right, it's really nice, but top to bottom, it's a little off, obviously. One of the flaws that you see a lot with this card is, and by the way, so you look up the pop counts for this, there are 0 PSA 10s. That just goes to show how impossible this card is to get in really nice condition. And I think there's only 5 or 6 PSA 9s. So to have this in a 7 is pretty awesome. Some of the other things that, you usually see with this card is a lot of snowing in the black borders there. And then sometimes the image, sometimes if you don't get a good quality card, sometimes it's hard to see his face. And that's been called out by other collectors. But I thought the image on this card was fantastic. There's not a lot of snowing, and it's just the top to bottom centering that's definitely not perfect. But again, like I said, there are no PSA 10s of this card, so it's crazy. I remember I went to the National a couple years ago. It was the year that I bought the Pee Wee Reese. And I remember walking the floor, and this was like, I think 2021, and card prices were getting a little crazy. And I just remember there was a card like this. I think it was a Jim Brown, looked fantastic. It was like a 5.5. And I asked to take it out of the case. I looked at it and I turned it over, and the guy had like $15,000 as the price. And so I was like, I remember just walking away and just saying to myself, I guess I'll never own a Jim Brown rookie. But luckily, I hear a lot of people complain that, prices are coming down, but it's fantastic for me. Like, I could finally, especially vintage football, vintage basketball, for whatever reason, have not performed very well in terms of value. And that's totally fine with me. I still have a lot of vintage football cards that I want to get. Including the Joe Namath that I lost out on an auction on. I was after the Jim Brown and the Joe Namath. Lost out on the Joe Namath, but hopefully, vintage football cards and basketball cards continue to do really poorly, so I can get more like iconic, awesome cards like this. And this may be, you wonder, like, is this the most iconic football card ever? I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But just love it. So anyway, that is card number one. And then card number two, either way, I mean, both these cards are incredible. The Cy Young portrait, look at the centering on this. Just the color, the green background is absolutely fantastic. Something I'm sure you guys know, Cy Young has the record in innings pitched, games started, 815 complete games, which I've mentioned on this channel will never be broken ever. Like, that is the record in baseball that will never be broken, is 815 complete games by Cy Young. 76 shutouts. He had a perfect game. He had 3 no-hitters. 511 wins. It's just incredible. Like these stats that Cy Young put together. It's really interesting because Cy Young pitched until his 40s, and then you got Jimmy Brown, who retired at 29. So very different careers. A lot of people may argue that Cy Young was one of those guys that compiled a lot of great stats, but you look at 3 no-hitters and a perfect game, whereas Jim Brown just was dominant, but retired really early. But anyway, just really love this card. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. The green background on this is just incredible. And so here's the back again. I'm not a big, I don't really care that much about the backs. I don't really go for the rare backs. I just want something that looks just phenomenally fantastic like this one. So that's it, guys. 2 incredible, unbelievable additions to the collection. What a way to finish off 2023. I'll probably in a week or two, put together my year in review. I'm looking forward to doing that. I'll probably do my 23 best or favorite cards of 2023, and something tells me these 2 cards are going to crack the top 23. So anyway, that's it, guys. Hopefully you guys let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear your feedback on it. 2 incredible cards to add to the collection. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'll throw these guys in the background. Get out of the way, Trout. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I will talk to you later.